Friday fitness on a Saturday. So, innovative things you can do with a rope. I got a rope from the hardware store for 40 bucks and it was primarily so that I could go to the park, throw it over a goalpost and practice my rope climb. And I did some pull down motions with it out there as well. There's a video on the channel of that. And I thought I would show off the other interesting and innovative things that I have found with this rope that I love. So, really innovative, highlight of the whole thing. First thought, best thought. I took 2 5-pound plates, ran the rope through them, then you practice doing upright rows and keeping the tension on the rope so that the weights don't touch. As you weaken, they will get closer and closer together, and you will fight more and more to keep that tension on. Eventually, they will end up clinking together, no matter how much you fight. And then the game is done, and you've just done a really satisfying upright row motion that's very, very safe and controlled because you have the gamification to keep your scapula really engaged and to keep the pressure going outward, not upward like a bad upright row. So rope rows are a fun and interesting thing to do with a rope, 2 5-pound plates in a home workout. On to the next thing, and there'll be an edit. All right, so I'll walk you around this whole version here. The next thing is a way to do chest flies that feel very safe and satisfying, like a cable fly does, unlike a dumbbell fly, which sucks. So I take both ends of the rope here, run them through a kettlebell, and then I'm going to run both ends of this folded rope over the kettlebell, over the dip bar here. This is filmed so terribly. And then we'll go back to the other view, and I'll explain more about what the motion actually is. So what you're going to do, as this is already run over the dip bar here, like so, just get the weight between the center of your feet, try and get an equal amount of rope in each hand. You're going to lift it straight up like that. Then you just do a typical cable fly motion in and out, and it actually is working the pecs really well without exhausting your triceps, which is a thing I have, like, this is the only thing I've found for doing a home workout can actually be a satisfying chest fly motion, because I just cannot stand doing dumbbell flies. And then, like, yeah, that's your only home workout option for a fly. And then you might think, like, this does look strange, absolutely, and think that when you lift the weight up, like how it looks from the back is this, right? You are lifting the weight up and then closing your arms. You think, well, if the weight's not moving, you'd think, like, well, if the weight's not moving, how is it working the muscle? And it's just changing the tension on the muscle. The weight is actually immobile, but when you're out here, there's a stretch on the muscle. When you're in here, and then you contract it until there's full contraction there, actually about there. And, like, even if this looks strange to you, give it a try in some fashion. It is a really good chest exercise. Like, you will feel it really quickly. And then, next thing, another edit. So the third thing is a chest push-down exercise. Because I have a client who struggles with dips. I was thinking about ways that we can break it down and isolate it and regress it and then build back up to doing them with more confidence. So we're going to take, or so I came up with this idea, and it's so far been a success. So you get a kettlebell, grip like that on the end of a rope, throw it over your obligatory hardware store dip bar. Get into a lunge position here. And you're going to elevate it up once and then raise your grip. So you want kind of the end of the range of motion to be the full extension of your arm and a press with the serratus right there, like you are holding yourself up at the top of a dip. And then just elbow goes back, just like the dip, and elbow comes forward. And so you can even put a hand on your serratus anterior to feel it working when you do this. And it's just a good way to isolate this movement and build up the muscle and build up the confidence. And then reattempt some dips again in the future with your obligatory hardware store dip bars. So that's 3 innovative uses of a rope, 2 of which include dip bars. But that's the video. Friday Fitness. Don't be afraid to look stupid on the internet working out shirtless with a rope.